often here in China, you would see stuff that you would really want to steal for your country. But sometimes it's a little bit difficult to steal because it's not fit.
This is a young lady from South Africa who has been in China for 5 years. And she recently made this video, things that other countries should steal from China. Okay.
I'm Lizzie and welcome to the channel that speaks the truth about China.
And here she claims she speaks the truth about China today. I think this young lady, I'm going to be horrible to her, I'm sorry, but I think she's very naive and has tunnel vision, can only see that, and doesn't actually research her videos too well. The first thing that she's going to rabbit on a bit is saying how great the public transport, let's say the metro in your city, is worth using.
Let's rather say public transport worth using. So if you've watched my previous videos, you know how amazing public transport is.
Now, the Chinese system of metros in the big cities is actually quite good. And basically, it's a copy of Singapore or even Hong Kong, which was actually both built by the British and the Japanese. The other thing that I know about this as a fact, a long time ago, around about 2013, I was helping Japanese managers speak English so they could go to America related to the mass transit system. And they were all engineers and experts related to it. And a lot of them had actually been and lived and worked in the big cities building the Chinese metro system. Yes. So you can see the actual two pictures here. The first one you can see is Shanghai. Sorry, the first one you can see is in Singapore. And the second one, not too sure, but this is a standard subway station somewhere in China. It's identical. The thing is, it's identical in Malaysia, it's identical in Bangkok, it's identical in some, I think, in Indonesia. And it was all created originally by UK and also Japan. So China, you actually stole that from me.
The biggest thing of it all is it is affordable. So don't comment, oh, but Japan and Europe also have high-speed trains. Yes, they do, but it is so ridiculously expensive that you have to sell your left.
Metro system around the world is affordable. It's a lot cheaper than owning your own car. And it may be, let's say, £1 compared to 2 yuan. Now, £1 is 10 yuan for one ride from one stop to another. But the cost of living is higher. If they did it at a cheaper rate, it would be, well, fantastic in London. But it's something that people can afford because their cost of living is higher and they get a higher salary. Now, the average salary in China is around about $16,000. And I would say the average salary in the UK maybe, I'm saying maybe, is like from 40,000 to 60 to 70 to 80,000 American dollars. Not doing it in pounds, everything is in US today.
Are much more reliable, much more comfortable, and I would say much more safer because no accidents. Okay.
Here she is claiming no accidents on the high-speed train network or the metro. Now, most countries, yeah, they will have an accident once in a blue moon, and Beijing, China, is exactly the same. Here we go from the latter part of 2023. Hundreds of commuters, dozens of them with fractured bones, were sent to hospital in Beijing on Thursday after 2 trains collided on a busy metro during snowy conditions, the city transport authority said. So here we are, Lizzie. No accidents? That's just BS. You didn't research that one, did you?
I saw a guy walking towards an ATM and he peed all over the ATM and he got arrested. Peed on the ATM.
So on a drunken night out, this guy decided to go to the toilet by an ATM. You could say, young people, yeah, they're going to do it. Is it a good thing? Absolutely not. It's terrible and shouldn't be done. And yeah, he should be arrested. But please don't say this doesn't happen in China. It's so easy to debunk your videos. Does shoving bags of poop into ATM machines make crap out of cash? The Chinese fella seems to think so. And I will even show you the image of it as well. Here it is. I hope he got arrested too.
We got QR codes. Oh, the convenience I cannot even begin to express. Here in China, you use QR codes for everything. You use it at a restaurant to get your menu. You use it to make doctor's appointments, to pay, to scan share bikes. This video will be an hour long if I list all the things, but the world should get QR codes.
QR codes are everywhere around the world. And actually QR codes, just to make it really embarrassing, was created by a Japanese company way back in 1994. And every country does have them. Here, this is a very poor country I live in, Cambodia, but my bank has QR codes, really easy to use, not using a third-party system like in China. It's bank to bank directly. So when I go to a restaurant, if I go to a bar, go to the supermarket, I go to the dentist, I just don't bring cash. I can just scan the QR code and then put in the amount, bam, done, forgotten about. Do I carry cash? No, very, very rarely. But it's not everywhere the same in China. It's very well used, but there are some places where they still use a bit of the old dolly molly cash.
But also, I don't want to carry my wallet around. Why? And then the worst thing of it all, you tap your card in a supermarket and then you have to pay a fee because you tapped your card. Like, are you joking?
Now, tapping your debit card and credit card are two different things. You didn't distinguish this one. And I didn't actually know this. If you tap your credit card, yeah, there will be a charge of maybe 1 or 2%. But debit card is always going to be free of charge. You can read it here. Tapping your debit card at checkout is simple, quick and free. Right? Wrong. Well, paying with your credit card is going to be a surcharge of 1 or 2%. So what she didn't do is explain the differences between a debit and a credit card. Oh, misinformation.
KTV is the best thing ever invented. It's literally, you go to a KTV, you get a room just for you and your friends, you order a couple of beers, snacks, whatever you want, and it's just you singing to your friends. Yes, those are gonna laugh at you and make fun of you for the rest of your life, but you don't care. You love these people, they love you. It's a fun time. So more countries should get KTV, not karaoke. KTV, like, invite a bunch of people and go to a KTV. So
she got this totally wrong. She's only been in Asia, oh my God, just for 5 years. She is so innocent and, again, so naive. KTV is an abbreviation of karaoke. You can go into a karaoke bar in Singapore, in Hong Kong, and you can sing in the crowd, or you can have a private room. It means karaoke television. What she's saying is that the karaoke private rooms, which is available everywhere in Asia, originally from Japan, and then basically copied around Southeast Asia, is the thing which actually happens. So it's your choice. Now, let me just bring this up. The original karaoke machine was created in Japan, a Japan businessman, way back in 1940. Wow. Yeah. And you could say since the 1980s, it's slowly become more popular as time goes by. When you do go in America, usually it's just a karaoke bar and then you put your song in and everyone listens to you. In Asia, you can do this. It's still very popular. It's the cheaper way to sing karaoke. Or you can rent a private room. But these private rooms, you can see from the picture here, you can just sing with your friends. That bit is correct. But there's no difference between KTV and karaoke. That's what she got wrong there. And usually, well, let's have a look at the next picture. This is more like a gentleman's club where you may have some hostesses who will help you try and sing. This lady has done a video before about there's no homeless people in China, and we have debunked that along with some other great YouTubers like Free China. My friend, Mr. Lewis Hand, has that channel, and it's so easy to debunk. This lady doesn't do any research. It's only from her not many years experience living in China, let alone Southeast Asia and Asia. You really have got to go to so many different places to actually enjoy. China, yeah, it's a safe place. The Chinese people are lovely. The food is fantastic. It's the government which is awful, and the infrastructure is developing really fast. But have they stolen our IP from America, from Japan, from the Republic of China, for example? That's another story entirely. But I think she should have done something completely different. Yeah, I haven't done all her things that what you should steal from the West. She did do something about food, and she did say hot pot from, you could say, southwestern part of China, or in Chongqing, or in Sichuan. For me, I can eat it. It's okay. It's nothing very special. I find it a little bit oily and greasy. And yeah, I have been to these places like her way back in 1994, 95. That's for the first time when I was in the People's Republic of China. Things, yeah, have changed. Things have developed, but it's not utopia. It's not Shangri-La. It's just convenience of life which the Chinese people have. So, is there any difference? Is there anything that we should steal from China? Well, no, because most of it, to be honest, is stolen from other countries, the same as any other country in the world. Stole is sort of, or to steal is, I think, the wrong word to use from this. So, Lizzie, you're in China. Just give us the actual true facts about it. Don't do anything controversial. Just show us how nice Chongqing is. Just show us how nice where you are is. Show us how nice, or different places. Show the slums in Shanghai. Yes, they do exist. Show a slow speed train and how romantic it is, or how whatever it is. Show us that, what we're more interested in. Don't criticize other countries because, well, it just gives you like a thumbs down. I know many people are going to support you, and you do have quite a few subscribers, but Lizzie, hey, come on, really? You're not that naive. Well, I hope you're not anyhow. God bless to all. Thank you very much for your time.